It's America's standing in the world. Because do you know something? Under those 8 years of Obama, people thought much less of America at the end of that 8-year period. I agree. But right from that first speech he gave in Riyadh to the one that he gave in Davos, all of those that said he wasn't up to it, all of those that said he'd embarrass himself and America on the world stage have all been proved wrong, have they not? They all have been proved wrong. In fact, I felt he was so full of self-confidence that when he was walking around in Beijing, I thought he was about to put a bid in for the place. So, well, you never know. A few new golf courses, a couple of hotels. I mean, it's always possible after he's been president. But the point is, a lot of you are feeling really happy. You're feeling really upbeat. And the mood music is, do you know what? We were really worried about these midterm elections, but kind of we're not so worried anymore. And you know something? The biggest danger, the biggest single danger to the huge victories that were achieved back in 2016 is complacency. That is the biggest danger that we face. And I would say to all of you, if you want to see the president keep those majorities in the houses, if you want to see the president go on in the last half of this first term, and I emphasize, this is just his first term, isn't it? But if you want to see him in the right position, he's going to need every bit of help and support that you can possibly give him. He's going to need you to get your walking boots on once again and to get out there and deliver those leaflets and knock on those doors and guarantee him a great victory in November 18. So please, please go and help your president move on to even greater things. Unfortunately, the situation on my side of the pond is not quite as good. It's not going quite as well as it is here. There is an attempt by that unholy trinity of big banks, big business, and big politics to stop Brexit from happening. We are due to leave the European Union on March the 29th next year. They are going to do all they can to frustrate the will of 17.4 million people. I am not saying that they will succeed, but they will certainly try. My gut feel at the moment is that we will just about get there. But we may not. We may not. And if they do, in the worst case scenario, overturn that result and insult the intelligence and the decency of the British people by making us have that vote again, then I tell you one thing, I will be straight back in the front line of that campaign. I will. Do not underestimate the power of ordinary people when they get together and go out and try and make things happen. No, I don't want to have to do this again, but if they want that battle to be refought, I'll be back there, and next time from me, it'll be no more Mr. Nice Guy. Let's hope it doesn't happen. But the one thing I do know, and the one thing I've learnt from these 25 years of being involved in campaigns in Britain, all over Europe, in America, the one thing I do know is this, that democracy, liberty, and freedom don't come for nothing. That unless you're prepared to fight and battle for those things constantly, that as soon as you stop peddling, the other side, the establishment, will hit back and try to take those things away. Ladies and gentlemen, we should be enormously proud, all of us, in the last couple of years, that we have managed to change the course of history. But what we now have to do is to make sure that change of direction, that change of history, is not just a short-term phenomenon. We've got to keep fighting and keep working to make sure that our victory is permanent. That's what we've got to do. That's what we've got to do. And we can do it. And we can do it. It's what the people all across the Western world want. I hope you've had a really good day here at CPAC. I know you're about to get ready to go out for drinks and dinner and to have some fun. Well, I am, I got to tell you. But I want to say, on behalf of the guests, thank you, CPAC. I hope all of you have enjoyed today as much as I have, and I hope to come back and see you one day again. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.